Well, good afternoon. I wanted to take a few minutes to walk you through this Excel project that we're going to do for Chapter 7. So Chapter 7 is a budgeting chapter, and Excel is a really useful tool in business, but specifically in budgeting. But Excel is really helpful when we're trying to change our budget or calculate what if analysis, and we'll talk about that more in Chapter 8 when we talk about flexible budgets and well, what happens if we change the budget. If we've built the budget in Excel using Excel formulas, then we can easily do that. So I wanted to walk you through how you're going to complete this assignment and access it in My Accounting Lab because it's a little bit different than what we've been doing. So you're going to navigate to your My Accounting Lab homepage. I'm going to click on Assignments, and then I'm going to choose Do Homework. Now I'm in my own assignment here, so I'm going to log down here to Chapter 7, or scroll down to Chapter 7 Excel Project, and I will open that, and then I'm going to open the assignment. Now, the first thing you need to do is step 1 is download the materials. So I'm going to open here. You'll notice that there's 3 things to download. One is a Word document that has the instructions on it, and one is your starter file, your Excel spreadsheet. Now, let me make something really clear. You'll notice that every single person has their own separate starter file. Mine says Simpson, yours will say whatever your last name is. It's really important that you only do work in your starter file and you only submit your starter file. So, or you can download the package as a zipped document or just click download all files. I'm just going to download the starter, the instructions, and the Excel starter file. So now that I've downloaded those, let me open the instructions. You may want to print these out, or if you're comfortable doing a split screen where you have these on one side and you have your Excel spreadsheet on the other side. These are the instructions of what you're going to build in that Excel starter file. So we can see here these instructions. So I'm going to go back now and open up this Excel starter file. Going to take just a moment. All right, so here again are instructions. You'll notice that you're told to create all formulas with cell references, and then there's some specific places that they want you to use the round function. Once you complete this, I encourage you to save this file to your desktop or your Dropbox or wherever it is you keep your documents, because once you save this, you're going to turn around and resubmit it. So over here in the Enter Answers tab, this is where you're going to enter all of your information. So we start here with the sales budget. We're told that budgeted units to be sold in January are 18,000, 24,000 in February, 30,000 in March, 34,000 in April, and 36,000 in May, and the sales price is $34 per unit. So I'm going to enter the data that I'm given and then calculate formulas to solve. So I'm just going to walk you through, not the entire thing, but just let's look at the sales budget. So here I'm instructed to enter, I need to click Enable Editing up here at the top, just a moment. So for January, my sales were 18,000, and I'm going to enter that, and then I'm going to press Tab over to enter 24,000 for February. March was 30,000. I'm going to skip the Q1 total for the moment. I'm going to enter 34,000 in April, and then 36,000 in May. Now I already see where I've made a mistake. I didn't put quite enough zeros on March. It was supposed to be 30,000, not 3. There we go. And so now I'm told the sales price is $34 a unit, so I'm just going to type 34 in. And now I want to, since it's $34 for every single month, I'm not sure how familiar you are with Excel, but if you're not terribly familiar with it, that's okay. We're not going to do lots of super hard things here. Now I can hover over the lower right-hand corner, and notice that my cursor changed to a black plus sign. If I hold that down and drag, I can drag 34 all the way across. Boom. And now I want to calculate total sales. Well, we know that total sales is the units to be sold multiplied by the sale price. So in Excel, anytime you want to enter a formula, you first enter an equal sign. Okay, so I'm going to hear equal sign. Now, again, it's important to use cell references. So I want to multiply cell C5, where the 18,000 is, and then multiply it, that's the asterisk sign. Don't use the X, use the asterisk sign, by cell C6, which is the 34,000. So notice up here in my formula bar, it says equals C5 times C6. And now I'm going to press this check mark, and it automatically calculated my total sales as 612,000. Now again, I can easily grab this lower right-hand corner, drag this formula across, and it's now, notice if I look here in D, it's adjusted the formula to be D5 times D6. And here it's adjusted the formula for March to be E5 times E6. Now I do need to go back up here and calculate the quarter 1 total. So that's my total unit sales. So again, I can press the equal sign. I can say C5 plus D5 plus E5, or I can use the sum function. So I can type out sum, open parentheses. I can highlight what I want to add together, close parentheses, and then press this check mark up here. Now for quarter 1, I expect to sell a total of 72,000 units at $34 a piece, and that's total sales of $2,448,000. So I've done the sales budget. So now when I come down here to the production budget, the first thing it's asking is, what are your units to sell? I'm not going to retype those in. I'm going to use cell references. So for January, my units to be sold is entered in cell C5. So I'm going to say equals C5. And then I press my enter sign here, and notice, boom, it gives me 18,000. Again, I can drag this over, and it's going to now adjust that formula. February is referencing D5, which is right here where February's unit sales are, and so on and so forth all the way across. Here it tells me my desired units and ending inventory are 20% of next month's sales. So you'll notice there was already a formula, you didn't have to enter it. There was already a formula entered in cell B16 to calculate 20% of January's sales for December. So for February, if I want to calculate February's desired ending inventory, I'm going to say equals. It's 20%, which is 0.20. Remember to convert a percent to a decimal. You move the decimal 2 places to the left. Times, so I'm going to use that asterisk, February's sales are D15. Boom, here I have the desired ending inventory. So now for January, I can calculate the total units needed. Again, it would be the sum of the units sold plus the desired ending inventory, or C15 and C16, close my parentheses, press enter. Now I want to subtract that beginning inventory. Well, remember, beginning inventory for January would be December's ending inventory. That's why I need that 3,600 there. So again, I want to use my cell references, so I'm going to say equals cell B16, which is December's ending inventory. Okay, so now I can calculate my total units to be produced. It would be equal my total units needed in cell C17 minus my units in beginning inventory in cell C18. Press enter, and there we go. So you can follow these basic Excel rules and create the rest of your spreadsheet. When you finish, you'll save your spreadsheet, and then you'll navigate back to My Accounting Lab. Let's go back to it. I'm going to close out of this. Notice step 3 is upload your completed document. So now I'm going to say choose file, and I'm going to navigate to where I have saved my document. So let me navigate to that point now. You can see I have lots of stuff going on here, right? So I can navigate to that point. I'm going to choose what I saved my document as. I'm going to press open. Now, upload the document. This is really important. Now I've chosen the file. I need to click upload. When it says success, my file has been uploaded. Now I'm going to press submit for grading. All right, now it's not going to grade it immediately. It's going to take, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes maybe to grade it, but I can say close project. Now I'm back in my accounting lab and I've navigated to my results tab in my accounting lab. And I can see, oh goodness, I didn't make 100. I made a 97, but I didn't make 100. I really was wanting to make 100. Let's see what I can do to fix it. So here I can press review. And now I can press on my submission again, and I'm going to say continue to review homework. That's okay. Now I've changed to one that I really messed up. So now that I'm looking at I can see here what I lost points for, but what I really want to know is what did I really do to mess up here? So I'm going to choose the live comments report right here, live comments report. This is going to open up. It's my spreadsheet, but the grader has entered comments on it. So notice now I have a new tab at the bottom. Here's my enter answers. This is what I entered. Here's the instructions, but now there's a new tab that tells me submission markup. And I say, ooh, I have 41 cells that they made comments on. So let me go over here to my enter answers. Now notice any of these cells that have a red triangle in the corner, that's where a comment is. So if I hover over that comment, I can see what I made a mistake. So this was actually my first attempt. We can see that I made several mistakes. I accidentally entered 30,000 for the sales for February instead of 24,000. Oops. I didn't set my formula correct here. And notice when I look at the comments, it tells me what my formula should be. It tells me exactly my formula should be G15 times 0.2. I entered F15 times 0.2. Oops, I made a mistake. So I can now fix that. Go down here a little bit more. Again, I can see that if I didn't enter some of these, you may say, well, it's still right, but didn't enter it quite the way that they wanted it entered. Here again, they wanted me to use the round function to round to 2 decimal places. I didn't do that, but if I don't know how to use the round function, they tell me right there exactly what to enter. So now I can make my corrections. Now, really important, you don't want to make your corrections in this document. You want to go back to your original document. You do not have to start over. Okay, but just don't make your corrections in this live comments report. Navigate back to where you've saved your original document, make your corrections there, and then you'll go back into the assignment, you'll re-upload it just like you did the first time, submit it for grading, and then you'll get your grade again. If you're still not happy, you can just keep resubmitting it. You have unlimited submissions until the due date. So please email me if you have any questions. If you are having trouble with Excel, remember that Excel is offered for free for all TCC students. So if you don't have Excel, there's a link in Blackboard that shows you how you can get it. You do want to use Excel, not Google Sheets or Numbers or something like that, but you do want to use Excel, but you do have access to it for free. So again, good luck, and of course, email me or post your questions in the discussion board as they come up.